I kind of take deep breaths, basically, okay, 10 of them, and land myself in the present. And then I don't want to engage in the thought patterns or stream of thought right away. So I kind of delay that a few minutes and then really establish myself with what's going on around me, what's happening with live things around me. So I kind of bring myself into the present life situation, whatever that may be, right? That's not that crazy because these days we are caught in the information cycle. Like we sleep on a lot of things in our mind, and in the morning when we wake up, we kind of um stuffed with all the information that we had slept on, and then some things. Maybe emotional reaction, like I was upset with somebody yesterday, that is continued on, or we may be doing something that is already gone and done with, but we don't let it go. We kind of cling on to it, right? Those kind of things. So lot of cleaning of the mind can be done uh, at night time, and when you wake up in the morning, you don't want to really remember any of that, and also you don't want to get into the what is coming up today, not right away. Okay, just give some time to be in the awareness of the moment, and then when you're ready, then expose yourself, unless there's an emergency, something like that. Especially as a physician, when I was working, that was the thing, right? They call us for emergencies, that's are okay, but otherwise I'm kind of dealing with what is life around me, like plants, pay attention, like pets, like your own children or your kids, all of them, not in that particular order, but in whichever order you want. Then, hi Jacob, how are you?
I'm well.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
How
good.
are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I just opened the room just to chit chat and see if I could be of help to anybody. So I'm just describing what are the things I do from the moment I wake up, how I establish myself in the presence, and then start to allow the thinking come into my mind. That was very difficult in the beginning because everything comes instantly, right? And I began to put those devices away for a half an hour or so, and then I don't allow this what I was taught as I thought, that I don't want it to proliferate on itself. It's not that bad because you just focus on what is in front of you. That maybe you have a garden, you have a lot of flowers blooming, and you can take a walk and enjoy them. Maybe you have a aquarium, you want to attend to the fish and then go and see them without any judgment. Or you have a beautiful backyard where you can see if there is snow, if there is ice, or if there is just the sunshine, whatever it is, right? So those kind of things of the life, I would say, or life itself, I pay attention to that. And then I kind of go to my wellness club class because I have to do that with my students. So I do it and I make them do it. But I do it on the Zoom so I can see them what they are doing and they got the correct instructions or not. If they're not doing properly, I will correct them. If they are doing, I'll make a compliment and we go from there. Um, it about runs about an hour. Uh, 45 minutes we do the exercises, breathing, and meditation sincerely. No real casual talk or entertaining, none of that. Because really attending to our bodies, to our breath, to our mind, and how we are able to make our mind watch the thoughts. All those things are done. But the end of the 1 hour, I have AEIOU. A for you will be more aware, awake, and alert. E is for energetic. you will be definitely more energized after that class. And I, for you'll have insight into something like how you have to do certain posture, or what is the physiological benefit of that, and also how is that breathing help you psychologically, something like that. There is insight that happens within that. I would encourage you find that, in that class. That could be new, or that could be something we have learned, we kind of applied in our life, right? That kind of. And then after that, E, E, I, O. O is for like the primordial sound. We practice that, divided into three letters like a U, Ma. Okay, they have distinct effect on your parasympathetic nervous system. So A is for the splanchnic in the abdomen, and O is for the thoracic plexus, and Ma is for the cervical plexus in the neck. That vibration of those sounds have a definitely, good effect on you, right? And then U is like how you are connected with the universe or universal energy, right? So they may seem very esoteric when you hear them, but when you actually practicing them here and now, you experience that. That's the purpose of the whole thing, an hour of awareness, right? We'll be doing the work of postures. That means you are assuming various types of postures and then maintaining them. Thereby, you strengthen and you balance the body and all that. So after the 1 hour is done, then if any doubts, last 15 minutes I talk to the students, and then I have series of consults disparately arranged. I take them, and I may step in a room sometimes. I may just participate briefly, or just keep it on the listening mode and do my work of whatever I do with my books, with my courses, with all those creativity, right? And then I have this coaching sessions that go on. So there may be somebody scheduled for the burnout. It's a 12-week coach. Two times I have to talk to them on the Zoom every week, and then give them assignments or review them, what the progress and all that. So basically, we get them out of the burnout by developing inner resilience. So between the creative work, between the consultation for the different problems, between the burnout coach, I kind of easily spend the whole day, and which is very delightful too. And the end of the day, I'm involved in a session of very good classical music, or spiritual talks and all that. Okay, and then I take a good time to unwind myself, both bodily, physically, and also mentally, before I go to bed. When I go to bed, actually, it's called abiding in your being and going. That's kind of esoteric, complicated for people, but basically, you want to sleep either with your positive thought, or empty the mind and go to sleep. That's what I recommend. I also train people about that, to develop this habit of good quality sleep that revives your body and the mind. Okay, that's my daily thing. It can vary according to whatever family thing comes, or we have certain obligations to some of the members, whatever, right? So Jacob, what do you think about that routine?
It sounds quite divine, an hour of awareness.
Yeah.
I would love to participate in exercises with you.
Yeah.
If there's ever an availability for me to do so, please let me know.
Yeah, it's done on Zoom mainly because I want to connect with them and then see them in actually doing them, right? So before I used to do it, on the clubhouse also, I did several months. People were coming and doing that, but then it's not. They will be confused sometimes if they join in the middle and all that. So then I said, let's do on the Zoom, and people began to join. If you want anybody who is interested, they can go to my website. It is bapal.net. wellness.com/register. If you go to the register, that wellness club class is there. You can register for that. So if you want to try one time and you want to pick up a date, Jacob, I can send you the link. Then you can come on that day. Okay?
Yay.
Yeah. They just send me the time when you want, and then I will send you the link for that day, and you come and see what we are doing, and I'm sure you will love it. I know that. So
Are you doing one tomorrow?
yeah, every day we do on the weekdays, not on the weekends, but the weekdays. I used to do weekends also, but then that conflicted with the family's program. So then I said only weekdays, and people are coming both in the morning and in the evening, which is fine with me because I love to do them, and I feel so great after I do the 1 hour. So no problem. So tomorrow, you want to come tomorrow? No problem.
I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Central time 8 o'clock. Okay, there will be other students too, but then I will focus on each student and also kind of alter it accordingly. But initially, you can just follow along, and that itself will be good enough. Okay. Usually, I ask them to come on empty stomach, Jacob, and also some loose clothing. Don't wear a belt or that constricts you. More like a easy yoga pants, or if you don't have them, something like a easy thing. That kind of. Only those things are two things: empty stomach and just loose clothing.
Okay, I won't wear my suit. It's 8 p.m. Central PM. 8
No, no,
p.m.
8 a.m. 8 a.m. Central.
Okay, all right, cool.
Where are you? Which part of the country are you?
I'm in Toronto, Canada. So
Okay.
I'm Eastern time. It'll be 9 a.m. for me.
9 a.m. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there are Canadian students went through my club, uh, so I know the time because I used to do 5 o'clock in the morning for me. That is even 6 o'clock for them was too early. So then I had to. Right now, I have a California student coming in, and she is 2 hours, like 8 o'clock means 6 o'clock for her in the morning. So otherwise I used to do 5 o'clock. I get up very early. So I used to do that, but then I change according to the students that are present, and usually twice a day that I will do them. Some people come in the evening, some people come in the morning. Which is okay. Yeah, that's great, Jacob. I will have an introduction into the routines. I'm sure he will love it. So.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. See, the all the hour, without you knowing, you won't allow your chattering mind to go on because you're so occupied with what you're doing, and how you I'm asking you to deep breathe. I was asking you to be here and now. So you'll be focused on me and doing that. So it becomes very occupying affair, and before you know it, it's already over. And I don't do the talking like this. I just concentrate on the routines, and then I myself will be testing myself against. So it's like kind of a good thing. Like for example, sun salutations were there. You know, so I was watching a tape where they are doing this 108 at one time. So I have my own challenges like that going on. So when I do my own exercise yoga by myself in the morning, Jacob, I have these extraordinary challenges that I put myself and then slowly get into that. So when I'm teaching the routines that I'm teaching in the wellness club, they are nothing for me because I already gone through a lot of it already. you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there are special routines that we could do in yoga. It could be fitting for a 1 year child, or you can customize to somebody is 85-year-old and is feeble and he cannot do much. But the same kind of effort you don't have to do, but that you do according to your body's capacity. There's a weak body or athletic or very superhuman strength and all that. So you can take them from what their capacity there is and increase a little bit, and thereby that is the development right away. Especially with the breathing, you see the results right away. In Hindi, they call abhi karo abhi pao. That means you do it now and you get the result right now. That kind of thing. So that's why I always guarantee you will have a little bit of increase of energy based on how you do things. You will definitely feel the energy boost at the end of the session. See the principle of move the body but keep the mind silent, that is employed there. So most of the time we move the body according to what's going on in the class, but you will not be allowing the mind to run to different things. That is something. So you'll save a lot of energy too, that way. What is that you are trying to correct with your body or mind? Anything, if you know about it, then it will be much more productive for you. Usually ask them to tell me what is that you want to improve this. The other days, she said, oh, I have this shoulder pain. Then we devised only routines for her. I know everybody else also did them, but then those routines are given to her, and then she is assigned like do these routines for twice a day, like this, and follow the follow up whether they have improved or not, and they may change or we may increase the intensity, whatever, right? So that becomes more personal and customized for you. So people enjoy not having the pain or pain going down, and that itself makes them happy about that. So it depends on what you want to do. Accordingly, we can fix it. That's one thing beautiful about yoga I like is I can customize to any body or any age, any gender, like that. And that's where you will not hurt people and you will take them from where they are to where they want to go, according to what kind of effort they will have. That's I think I have an advantage because I'm a physician, because I know the Western anatomy physiology, but also I'm a yogi, so I know what happens in the yoga. So that's an advantage. Don't you think so, Jacob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's really nice that you share your knowledge and wisdom with us.
Yeah. Now, when I do them, I know when to not to hurt. I know what hurts, so I will first make sure that is guaranteed. First, do no harm. But that's what we learn as physicians, right? So that is very much employed. And practices like yoga, tai chi, they are gentle things. You can make it hard on yourself, but then you don't want to. So you feel like you have not done anything, but then you feel like, oh, I have less pain and more energy. That's why people, when they come and do them, they kind of want to do them more often. I wish they do that on a daily or some regularity, because if you do once in a week, I don't think you will see the you know the one of the things I advocate these days is, in the hospital, when my patients go for therapy, they get half an hour a day for 3 days, and that's what the insurance mostly pay for, especially Medicare. But they have a different rehab programs they are introducing now, which I'm a big supporter of, is like an intensive rehab. You know, uh, uh, the intensive rehab kind of the whole program costs like $700 for each patient, which Medicare will pay for it, and then all these other things are like a therapist, like a dietitian, like a physical therapist. All those things are combined together, which is a good thing. But they should do the same intensive rehab program for everybody, as far as I'm concerned, but with safety. So somebody going for knee surgery, for example, I kind of train them ahead to so that they can be at their peak of the stamina, energy, and all that, and the positive mentality too. That because they are my patients, they listen to me and they know me, and that's why it's not a big, it's a new thing for them. Then, when they have the surgery, when they come out, what I do them is go ahead and go through the physical therapy, go and learn from the physical therapy what they're teaching you, and do them at home. That's one thing. But I add additional to that, so that accelerates the rehab, because I don't let them just only do the physical therapy. But that kind of combination of modern tennis and then one thing they don't do physical therapy is they don't give the graded intensity. They kind of push the patient sometimes, and sometimes patients do that and they may get hurt. But motivation and understanding what their body is doing, paying attention to that protects them, right? And the other thing is I combine deep breathing. That really helps them a lot. And physical therapists also try to teach them, but they forget about it. They just focus on what the patient is doing and pushing him. Sometimes it is okay, but most of them it is not. So make sense, Jacob?
Yep.
Yeah, don't push them, just encourage them and let them ease into it. And you know what happens? You suppose you are not able to do certain things at home and you are afraid to try that. But if you are done under supervision, to the extent that you could do, then you gain confidence, then you'll be able to do more, so that is the self confidence I kind of try to get them to, so that they feel good about it and they feel confident, oh yeah, I can do it without hurting myself. Then they will do more. And then there's a fun element too, because if you tell them like that, they will take it like that. It's not like a punishment, it's more like a it feels good, and then you build upon it. That element has to be there. Otherwise, people will be, they cannot do that. So there are people here: Sharante, Mike, Roman, Brent, Johnny, Douglas, Makala, Royston, Unholy, Amir. Any of you guys want to have any questions, or you want to tell me something? Please come up. This is not any particular agenda today, just the chit chat. Last night, Jacob, I had my friend come in and visited me, Roshnak, Dr. Roshnak. Do you know her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a friend of mine. I have visited her rooms and she has come to my rooms before, but we have not met late after this new system. We don't know who is really speaking right now and all that, right? But it used to be Clubhouse used to show the rooms active, and then I used to just pop in and talk to her and contribute something, and then used to come up. So she knows me. Um, she used to be in Germany at the time, and afterwards she moved back to United States and she's staying there. So we had a very good discussion last night.
That's great.
Yeah, she's a neuroscientist, and she kind of can get what I'm talking about sometimes. So we were talking about a lot of things. If you want, you go and check it out. Last night's talk. At the end of, I think the last half an hour, 45, she was there. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually leave the replays on so that anybody wants, they can listen to it later. If they care, they can always listen to it, right? So, mm. What else is going on with you, Jacob? Anything?
Um. Well, right now I'm actually gonna call an Uber
Mm.
and hopefully leave in the next like 5 minutes to go to um Etobicoke Congress Center because our future Prime Minister of Canada is having a like he's doing a presentation, I guess.
I see.
And yeah, and because I helped some of his team with their campaign in the past year or two. Yeah, I'm excited to go. It's like the first event of the year.
What is his name? The future president? No.
His name is Pierre Poilievre.
Okay, not the current president, Prime Minister. Yeah.
No, not Justin Trudeau.
Okay. Yeah, we came to know about Justin Trudeau because he has been supporting some of these Sikhs, which are extreme elements, and they're causing trouble to India. And they came and killed their leader or something like that. Some controversial thing that happened. Justin Trudeau, right? That's what happened with him.
Wait, what happened with him?
He was supporting a terrorist, because that, India, they claim India came and then killed this man who is a Canadian citizen. I don't know what the real story is, but the Indians claim that this particular person is a terrorist. They want a separate state in India, and they're supporting with violence or something like that. So finally, they wanted him to show the evidence. I think he could not show the evidence or something, like that.
Yeah, I don't know the whole story, but I do remember there was a Sikh leader that got murdered.
Yeah, murdered, and then they claimed that Indian government knew and they planned it and all that, but you cannot go and kill somebody in some other country, right? So that's the problem. So I don't know, but I kind of knew about the story because Indian channel covered it. So I do see the Indian channel news also to keep up with what is going on back home. So. But Canada, I have different state. There's Columbia, Toronto, Montreal. These are all the places where students came and took my wellness club for a few months, and then they are doing their own now. Okay. And I have to look up the time zones frequently because they clashed because. All right, Jacob, thanks for coming. And I was able to chit chat at least with you, and I'll get back. Okay.
All right. Have a wonderful day, and I hope I see you tomorrow morning.
No. I have to give you that link, right? So.
Yes, please.
Let me put the my email, then we can go from there. Okay. Let me put it in the chat. Okay. My email.
I'll send you the email soon.
Yeah. Then I can send it to your email. Okay. There you go. I put it in. Okay.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
All right. I'll send you an email, and wonderful.
Yeah, I will receive that. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.